When does it start? Oh. Where am I? Am I online or not? Why is he only a picture? I don't know if you can see me. So am I online now or not? Can anybody see me? Good morning. If you can see me, I don't know. I don't see anything. Where the fuck am I? Only sounds. That's not so good, is it? I can't see me. Where am I? I'm clicking around here, but I'm there. Stay patient. Can't say more. You can see me? Is that so? Can you all see me now? Hello. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Oh, I've got a bit of a lag, the way I see it. Just a second. Okay. This is getting a bit complicated. I can only do this with being online. I need the chat in my window. It doesn't work that way. I see it now. So, how many people have we got now? We've got a lot of people. Good morning, everyone. I'll just start. Good morning, everyone. Just a second. My admin is trying something in the background. So thank you for being up so soon. The others in Australia obviously have now, what is it, 6 o'clock in the evening? Let's see how it's going to work out here. I have no idea. Please excuse me being once in a while a bit stumbling with my English. I don't speak English every day. Just a second. Carsten is written with a C, please. They all do it wrong somehow. They're always write with a K, if you do write my first name. I have to do this somehow differently. See, I've got the television on, I've got a laptop on, and I have to switch around everything. And I've got the chat on my laptop. The camera is here, the laptop's there, the television's over there. It's not that easy. I don't know where to look at. I would like to look at the camera, of course. So, where you all come from? Any Australians here? Oh, I've got a German here, he can't speak English. Things happen. No, I told you that I'm going to do it in English. I'm going to do it in English. Everyone's going to understand me, I hope. And yeah, well, I just wanted to sit around and chat a bit. Someone in the shower with a camera. There he is, Matt. Hello, Matt. Kempy 11. Look who's there. Look who's there. Yeah. Thank you, Ollie. I knew I could count on you. Oh, yeah, that's good. There he is. Google Joss from Australia. It's good that you're all there. I would hope that you would ask some questions and some sort of. Now I'm getting nervous. I hope you got all good weather. We don't. We have cloudy weather. I have to put my lamps on here. I hope you can see me all well. I think I do this a bit differently that way. Is that better? Yeah. Well, now I've seen you all, I can hang up again, can't I? No. Please ask some questions. I'm just getting a bit fussy here now. Don't know where to look there. Nice to see you, Oliver. I've talked to Penetrator yesterday. Let's see if he comes around. Don't know yet. Australia, Austria. So a couple of you can speak English. Okay. So I've got a live stream delay. Okay, got that. Yeah, well, the reason I'm doing my live streams is simple. I was ill. I had an accident, but you don't see it anymore so much. I try to show you. There's going to be a scar there. I had 6 stitches. No pain, no nothing. So that's going to work out well. But therefore I've got a cold. I don't usually sound this way. Okay. Carsten Mong. What about your injury? Well, I just said that, didn't I? So I'm going to work at Monday so I can do some videos. I haven't got that many videos where I would say I have to show you. I've got some on the computer staying back for badder days if I've got nothing to do or I'm got holiday or I'm ill. Then I do usually these videos. I like to do, as you know, every Sunday 10 o'clock, my main video, 10 o'clock Berlin time. That's how it worked the last 5 years anyway. So that if I do have so many films, sometimes on a Thursday, if it's not that thrilling, right? Yeah. How long have I been a drain cleaner? I actually started 19... Is the picture too dark? Just a second. Is it too dark? Do I have to put my light on here? Tell me, how is the picture? Is it too dark or should I put more light on here? I started 1991 in the former West Berlin, just 2 years after the wall fell down. We had in West Berlin 2 main drain cleaning firms, big firms. And that's where I started at one of them. Doing that 1.5 years, I always start this again. Okay, I have a friend. This friend of mine already worked for Kempinger, and he lived around the corner. And one day I went to him, and he was having 2 vans in front of the house, and putting stuff out the one van in the other van. And what are you doing? You know, well, I'm cleaning drains now. He said. I was thinking about it. with shit and so. You know, I didn't know what drain cleaning was at the time. I was 27. And he told me, yeah, you just have to know how you do it the quickest way. You know, do it properly, but do it quick. You know, just have to know how to do it. And well, you get good money for it. He said, yeah, I'll get good money. And then he told me what, and I didn't believe how much. What you could do, you don't have to, but what you could manage because of call outs at the weekend, Saturday night, evening, whatever. And that was the reason for me to start to get to camping out, but it wasn't that easy. Camping out the day didn't look for people. And so I went to this big company, learned the trade, if you want. And as I was 1.5 years there or so, I called up Campinger, and that's how I started in Campinger, more or less. So I'm with Campinger since first today, the 1st of March 1993, I started at Campinger. So that would be now 32 years on the day. And at the time, it was in Germany, we had a different time as you would perhaps have. We had a lot of people in West Germany getting unemployed. It was getting crazy. West Germany came, East Germany fell down, people wanted money and so on. What I'm trying to say is, in front of the building from Kempinger, there were more or less 40 people wanting my job. And me just getting a father, I explained that in German last week. Me getting a father, you have the need of supplying the family. You've got, you know, you've been a father, you have to supply. So that how it came to that I had to work a lot just to keep the job. Nowadays it's a bit different, but because of the stress, working a lot, I would say I'm not bad now. You know, if you're into something, you just learn more because you want to learn it. You need to learn it. It's not just going in a factory and building screws or making screws. Yeah, that's the way I came to Kempinger. Just a second. I remember you told, gentlemen, in one of your videos that you were from England. I grew up in England. As a child, not the first thing, but one of the things I did is to, unfortunately, set the kitchen on fire for my mum. That was just after the divorcement from my real father. So she noticed I would need a stepfather or something. This stepfather happened to be, just a second. Where's the penetrator? Penetrator's in the chat. He just wrote me. Where is he? There he is. Hello, Gavin. Penetrator's there. And if you don't know, Penetrator had a video with Oliver. Penetrator's always also a drain cleaner. Go on his site. He's doing a good job. I don't know why he has so low amount of subscribers. Penetrator, block drains. Have a look. Coming back to my mum. I would say as a woman having a child, she needs a second husband or something. And he happened to be a British. And what we did is 1969, we went to England. I was 6 years old. But, you know, things didn't go well in England, somewhat different. And my grandfather told my mum back in the day, if I ever would come back to Germany, I would have to do it with 13 to have school, to learn a job and do my thing like I am doing today. So my mother had a decision to make to come back to Germany, told my stepfather. It was a British-German Second World War. I don't want to go into it. Second World War, it was a British-German. So he decided to come back to Germany, which I do appreciate after 40 years. leaving Germany in the Second World War. And that's how it happened that I went to Germany, came back to Berlin, and just had 4 classes German school. So I missed the ground school, if you want to. I missed it in Germany, the ground school, and therefore, more or less, I could only do a craftsmanship. Okay, I think I've answered the question. If not, then ask again. Just a second. Why do you have 5 p.m. in Australia? Can't I count? I thought you were 10 hours behind or in front. No, behind. Well, that worked out, didn't it? They're telling, just a second, I have to know. Uhrzeit Sydney.
Es ist 18:16 Uhr in Sydney, New
There you
South
go.
Wales, Australien.
That's what they tell me. So, Gavin, you have a different time where you are. 1 hour back. Australia's a very big continent. A very big continent. Okay, so what we've got here, let me read. Congratulations, thank you. I was 5 months before I came to Germany. Why don't we speak German today? Well, obviously, why didn't you read the title? It's English. There was a German stream being 2 weeks ago. What angers me is when people don't read the title. It doesn't anger me, but I would wish you to read the title. So if there's a house with 4 floors, don't ask me how many floors the house has. But okay, I don't want to get into that much. Don't want to moan about you. I'm glad that you're here. Vivian is German. Okay, I won't tell anyone. Sydney. Look here. Nilo is there. Nilo. Okay, there you go. He tells me it's 6:15 at your place. Nilo is that guy who got me the Cobra nozzles, by the way. And since I bought the Cobra nozzles, looking at Oliver, who has the nozzles as well, not having Cobra, but similar nozzles, perhaps better, I have no idea. I had my way going to get the nozzles as well. I had to catch up with Oliver, like YouTubers are, I suppose. And since I got the nozzles 4 years ago, I have contact to Nilo. We're talking a while, and Nilo got contact to Oliver. Oliver got contact to Gavin. That's the way it worked out for me. That's cool. I hope you don't mind that I sniff. I've still got that cold. 3:17. Where is that, Matt? Where's 3:17 o'clock in the morning? That must be USA or something, huh? Yeah, Gavin, 1 hour behind Sydney. Okay, didn't know, didn't realise. But I didn't want it to do it too late for the Australians. I told Ollie, or I need, I don't know, I don't remember. I talked so much the last days. If I go too late and it's a Saturday in Australia, they've got summer. They want to go out. They want to go in a cinema or whatever. That's why I'm doing it this time and not later. Otherwise, perhaps I don't get so many people. That's just what I thought. My question, does Kempinger give you extra or special support for the free? I don't get extra money from Kempinger. What he does do is he more or less, I've got a long line, a dog leash, right? So he appreciates it. He sees me, he gets phoned up from other bosses and whatever. You know, one boss knows the other boss and so on and so forth. Berlin is a small city in that thing. No, he does appreciate it. And he sees the effort I'm doing in that. No, it's okay. So I've got no problems with the government, if you want to. I have no extra money. No. I've got my usual loan, and my income's from YouTube. You weren't joking. Nilo, what do you mean you weren't joking? Okay. Dennis Denise Don. Funny. She's just 5 kilometers from here, greeting me. Okay. Matt, how many floors does your house have? Just a second. 2. 2 floors. Is that right? Yeah, 2 floors. No, I would normally show you, but if I've got my fixed camera here, my laptop there, I can't run around with my GoPro now. And the thing we did last time was to have the stream over the laptop, and that got very hot. Now I've got over my personal computer all connected, so the stream should be stable and good. I hope the quality is good. South Dakota. You didn't get up, or can't you sleep? Donna writes 120 in South Dakota. What's coming up? I don't know when, but it's being planned. It's a second English stream just for the Americans. That means I don't know what time. So just to get the Australian is today, and English obviously. And then I want to do a stream over to the States. Don't know yet. I suppose in 1 week, 2 weeks. Would also be on a Saturday, because Sunday my videos come up. Just a second. Somewhat of personal interest today. If you invite me, I can jump on the live and have a chat or a bit. Just a second. Just a second. I'm going to try something. I don't know if that's going to work out. Where's it going on here? I'm going to try to get Gavin over the telephone, and he could talk. I don't know if it's going to work. Just stay tuned. I'm going to try something. Who is Ollie? You're joking. Gavin? I'm fine, thank you. What I could do, I could put on the loudspeaker of my handy, my mobile. What about that? I put my... Okay, I try it now. Just a second. How's it work here? Say something? No, that doesn't work. That's the wrong word. That. Now you should be loud.
I think there's a bit of a delay though, that way.
Is there a delay? Oh, just a second. Just a second. My admin is just trying something. What should I do? I can invite you. I don't know how. He's trying something. So I've got you on the loudspeaker. I have to put that away because my mic is too... Is it better? No, just a second. No, it don't work. Say something.
Yeah, I just thought it was an idea. If you wanted to do that, I could even jump on there for a bit with you.
I think somehow that doesn't work. That's a shit. Just a second.
I wouldn't know how to do it, mate. I'm not.
Well, I'm trying,
like
and
an IT guy.
I'm trying. Just a second. I'll do it that way. Okay, could be better. Now say something.
Yeah, mate.
You're too loud.
Yeah.
No, too loud.
A lot of a delay.
Is it? Doesn't work?
Yeah.
Just a second. I call up my admin and I ask him what he thinks about it. That's a pity it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I hang up for a second.
I'll send you a message.
Okay. Till soon. That's a pity. That didn't work. Just a second. Admin. I'll try something. War das ihm zu laut? Okay, so we can't do that. I don't know if you can do that. How does the Discord link function? Yeah, I don't think he's into that so much. He didn't even have WhatsApp. Look here, I phone him. Ja, habe ich ja gerade versucht. No, mach's dann leiser. Just a second. I'll ring him up again and try to lower the voice. Okay, hang up. Bye. Gavin, if this works, it's not going to be bad. Gavin? Okay, just a second. Say something.
Can you hear me there?
That's too loud. Still too loud.
Is that better? Or is that...
That's good. So it looks good,
Yeah.
but I don't understand the word you're saying.
we chatted fine last night.
What a pity. Yeah, well, let's try it for 2-3 minutes. So,
Yeah, we can try, mate.
I didn't realize that you're an hour backwards to Sydney.
Well, yeah, because my missus, she's like, you better check that it's not 5
Just a second. No, that's not.
Yeah.
Gavin, just a second. That's not going to work.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to come through fine.
That way. We have to try it at a different time somehow. There isn't a second possibility to do this. My son said something. Therefore, if you would be interested in other time to do this, we could do it. I don't know how it works, but you would have to have an app. Okay. Look, it's the second time I'm doing a live stream. Okay. If you wish to, we can do that. Be happy to do that. Okay. 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 So I have to look at the camera. No, it's okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye. So, obviously you can do a double chat. That'd be interesting. A chat, really having two screens and seeing what happens. That'd be cool. Yeah, it's the second stream. I don't know how to do it. I have to see. Yeah. Okay, Germany, Secret Service interfacing. Yeah, well, I think that's the way I understood it. Perhaps you did have WhatsApp, but it wasn't connected or whatever. Okay, sounds okay. It's Chanel, fine, all good. Finally, live stream countries that, yeah. I don't know if they're 100,000 kilometers away from Germany, but on the other side from, are they on the other side? Is Australia on the other side or on the same side? I have to look on the globe. I don't know. I know it's down under. I know that. But is it the one way or is it actually on the other side? I don't know. Livestream isn't easy. It is. It's a bit dumb just looking at the camera on a laptop, on a television. Nilo, yeah. Okay, I understand you. Thank you for popping in. Okay. Thank you very much for being there. Bye. Your British accent is very delightful, Mr. Newman. Yeah, I grew up in Crawley. Crawley is in Sussex, in the middle of London and Brighton, if you want to. I suppose everyone knows Gatwick Airport. That's where Crawley is. And it would be a banger if Robert Smith would be on my live stream, because Robert Smith must have been in my school, the way I get it. Robert Smith is from The Cure. Who knows The Cure knows Robert Smith. Okay. Okay. Yeah, bye, Nilo. Vivian wants to move away, doesn't know where to. If the globe is just about 44,000 kilometers once around the Earth, is 44,000 kilometers, how can she be 130 kilometers away? That's an interesting question. Or I wasn't in the lesson as they told it rightly. So, you can clip the mic back now. Oh, okay. What a good idea. Everything well now? Okay. Grandparents lived in Brighton, so where do you live now, Mary? Why did you go away? Brighton is okay. Not that the seashore is that good, but that's Brighton, you know. I liked, what was it called? Littlehampton? I think it was it called Littlehampton? The other seashore with a bit more sand, not so many stones. Okay. Loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear. I thought you were going away, Nilo, so you're standing with me. That's good. That's my boy. I'm going to, I don't know when, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So I do have the plans of going to Australia. I don't know when. That would be a plan now, knowing more people. I don't know when I'm going to London or England again. Been there the last time, what we have now, 25. I was the last time in England 6 years ago. May that be an idea? I don't have to go to London. I may go down to the coast, Brighton or something. I don't know what happens. So I've got a passport. I can go where I want to, but these are the two plans that I would like to go. I suppose in 5 years, Australia. You have to go 4 weeks to go to Australia. But I'm crazy enough to do it for 2 weeks, but, you know, it costs money. Good morning, Chemnitz. Hello, Chemnitz. Chemnitz, Saxony is also there. Okay. I have to go to my balcony again. I've got the same question as I had a fortnight ago. What was the strangest? It's not the strangest, but it's one of the strangest things I got out of the drain. I'll be back in a second. Dum dum dum. I think the microphone works though. Where is he? I have to go through the floor, sleeping room or bedroom. Go on my balcony. There it is. Just a second. Clean that off. Like I said, I showed it 2 weeks ago. and didn't think I would need it again, so I put it back. Okay, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 3, 2, 1, there I am. So I think you know what it is. They threw that in the drain in the third floor, and we had to open the downpipe in the first floor and cut it out. We had to cut him out. We had to bring him to life again. Okay. How many views do we have? 400? That's not a lot, is it? I thought we had more views. How were you doing the plumbing? In which case? Oh, no idea what he means. I think there was a race track there as well. Look, I was in Crawley 6 years ago. It wasn't that what I left. I left Crawley 76. That would be 40 years between the time in time, and not that I didn't recognize it, but it did change a lot. What's my favorite British band? Well, I'm over 60. I could now get my records, which are over there. I've got records, which are over there. But let's say it this way. Back in the days, I mostly heard dark wave, gothic. That was everything. 80s, starting up with The Cure. I don't know if Sisters of Mercy was that big in England. It was in Germany. They're all singing English. And the normal stuff, of course, Depeche Mode and whatever, that was the time, my time, Depeche Mode. And so I hear electric still today. My child, Namisa, does the music, my outros. Namisa is here in the chat, running down and checking the chat. She's got a computer and everything and does music, which I like to put the outro on. If I'm going with the camera through the rain, I find it pretty boring not saying anything. So that's why I need some music in the background. Okay. So obviously Depeche Mode, The Cure, things like that. That was to my favorite band. Hamburgers here. Queensland is here. That's good. I think Queensland we're going to see again someday. I've just got these 87,000 subscribers. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm just having 87,000 subscribers. Penetrator has his work and he's efficient and stuff like that, and just got 50. I don't get how other channels are exploding over 200k. I just don't get it. I don't want to lean myself too far out the window, but I think I'm pretty good at doing my stuff. Penetrator is good, and I don't get it. That's the way YouTube works. Pink Floyd, yes, of course, Pink Floyd. I forgot. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, of course. Wish You Were Here. Who's not got that record? Wish You Were Here. Any Second World War stuff in the sewers? Yes. Of course, not that much. But there was an incident. That's now 20 years ago. It was a train. What's it called? was a train station where they deported Jews, obviously, and other folks, and back in the day, of course. And I had to jet the main train under the railways. These railways obviously have to get the rainwater. You've got the rails and whatever, and it's not like on the street. You've got the different kinds of getting rid of the rainwater. So I had to jet the rainwater, and was rather deep. Like I said, 20 years ago. And normally, if I jet, stones and scale they shoot out of the drain, but that wasn't the point. I had cartridges, bullet cartridges, and bullets. I don't know, a bucket full or so. I actually called the police, and I don't know what the right word is. It's not called demolition people. I don't know what they're called, military people. So they confirmed that the bullets were safe. Nothing's going to happen. They were too rusty, whatever. So that I could put them away. That's the only thing I know about Second World War stuff in the drain, where it's obviously Second World War stuff. I've found a lot of old stuff which is as old as that, but nothing which I would compare to a military weapon or something. Of course, David Bowie, yes. God bless him. Warum kann ich so gut English? Why can I speak so well English? I go in the run through. I grew up in England for 7 years, between my 6 and my 13 year of age, and that's obviously the time you learn English. You don't forget, like bicycle. If you're on a bicycle and you can ride a bicycle, you don't forget it. If you can swim, you don't forget to swim. What does happen, if I'm in England and I would speak with someone, I would stumble. I had to think the right word. You know what you want to say, but getting the right word. I remember me back in the 90s being in England, that I was there 2 weeks. And the last night, after 13 days, more or less, in the last night, I dreamt in English. I remember that. So it doesn't take long to get back into the language. Dark Side of the Moon, of course. Help me. Dire Straits, is that English or American? I think Dire Straits is English, isn't it? Can someone tell me that? A&R, did I find the Fuhrer's poop? These questions I don't understand. I'm over it. The Second World War stuff. Silly questions. Okay, it was a joke. I hope it was a joke. But, yeah, well, under the bottom, we're not so into it. I need to bolt. I wish the rest later. Oh, okay. Someone has to go. Okay. Dire Straits is English, thank you. Yeah, well, 80s. I got them as well. Mark Knopfler, yeah. Is he still alive? I don't know. Is Knopfler still alive? I mean, he's older than I am, and I'm 60. Things happen nowadays. Den Haag. Okay. All good. I'm going to work on Monday. He's just asking what my arm is doing. Actually, you have to change the line when driving to Britain. I was with my car there. When was that? 90. and I was in Wales. I came to Dover and was just on a motorway. You can't do anything wrong on the motorway, and drove up to more or less Llandudno. That's the town was called, on the other side of England, opposite for an island. I managed to get there. You can't do anything wrong once you're on the line or lane. In the morning time, I wanted to go to the bakery. You know, Germans need their bakery stuff in the morning. And there was someone coming with headlights, you know, and I only had to drive 2 kilometers to the bakery I saw on the day before. Yeah, well, obviously I was daydreaming and on the wrong lane. Yeah, that's how things happened. What year did you get my first came? What year did you get the first drain camera? In that big firm I started to learn the job, that was 91. They already had a camera. At that time, cameras were very expensive. 50,000. What could it be today? 100,000. Very expensive. But therefore I learned what a camera is, for what it's useful, and it was black and white. It wasn't even color. Then I went to Kempinger, knowing what a camera is. Started Kempinger in 93. And I always moaned a bit round. We need a camera, we need a camera, we need a camera. We don't need a camera, but of course nowadays it's like having a camera in the car. Who needs a camera in the car? But nowadays you don't want to miss your camera in the car. So 1990 we got our first camera, if you want, so my own camera, because I was the only person using it. 1990 I had my first camera, and of course you before having a camera, it could have happened that you're going there 2-3 times. You every time after, let's say, 14 meters, there is something, you don't know what, but there is difficulties, and then you're through, and every half a year it's blocked and whatever. But with a camera, you know the reason of the blockage. You may find something. You may find the bursted pipe, the reason for the blockage. So no, having a camera is a great thing. Mark is still alive. Okay. And the Dire Straits, they don't do music as such anymore, haven't they? They got divorced, or you don't have Dire Straits anymore, I think. Okay. What we have here? Yeah, so my first camera was 90. I had in my first firm. I knew a camera in 91, but I got my first camera in the 2000s, 99, 2000. I'm not self-employed. I'm a small craftsman working in a big plumber firm. We have 50 more or less 50 or 40 plumbers, and we've got 10 in the bureau, the women, and 40 colleagues outside. You seem to suffer with a lot of lines, girl. Berlin is lucky enough to, I don't know what the right word is. We're living on a sump. Is it called sump? We've got a lot of groundwater here. You have so much groundwater that we can't build big buildings. Hitler tried to build huge buildings. Germania, he wanted to build Germania. That wouldn't have worked because it would have thrown it, it would have broken in itself. We have still a big bunker they can't demolish. And under this bunker, they have, from the Second World War, a measurement thing. How is it sinking? So we've got a lot of groundwater. Then we've got a lot of groundwater with minerals. And the minerals they're very healthy. The minerals are healthy. Other people have to buy mineral bottles, and we can actually theoretically drink our water out of the tap. So the minerals are very good, but they increase the lime scale, which we have. Therefore, we have a lot of lime scale. Maybe right. Oliver, it was very kind being here from you. Yeah, I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much, mate. Oliver, he managed to get a 3/4 of an hour of this here. Now, Oliver's got a lot to do. He's self-employed. He's got kids, family. I don't. I have a family, of course, but it's not like you would imagine. I've got more time for myself, right? Um, the best channel, YouTube, Carson Ollie. Okay, Den Haag. Put penetrate to the list. You may not recognize it, but that's the thing, right? Look! We've got so many channels popping out of the ground now. They're always doing the same stuff. There's a guy only doing grease separators, enjoying how it squirts around, and it's so boring you can't watch it. And then you've got the guys. Now, I don't want, like I said, I don't want to be hanging out of the window, but we're into it. I try to show where's the problem. It's a different problem. We solve the problem, going into the problem. I think the viewer doesn't necessarily recognize that. I think the viewer nowadays just wants to see poop, which you can't show all every day. It's squirting around. I'm just saying. So if you like me, check a couple of videos, and you know, obviously, Oliver. Check a couple of videos from Penetrator. You see, he's into it. I don't know why he's got so lack at subscriptions. Now I got it. So there are. As I started, that was 5 years ago. There were only five channels on YouTube, and now they're popping out like mushrooms. Don't understand it. Everyone wants to make his small money on it. Don't get it. That's okay. They can try. Snow. Canada. I think you're the first Canadian being here today. I'm doing a stream to America, perhaps in a fortnight or so. So I'll let you know. Be a better time for you now. What time have you got now in Canada? Snow leopard. Corn pizza. Yeah. Carson's channel's always very interesting. Okay, Den Haag has a lot of pre-war buildings. I know. It's not all demolished, right? The Second World War. But I think if you walk through cities with open eyes, which you mostly don't have, you've got a new building, an old building, a new building, an old building. And if you open your eyes walking through the streets, obviously where the new buildings are, there was a bomb and the old building survived. And if you're open-minded, you'll notice how it could have looked like after the Second World War. I need to shave. It's just 2 days. Not that bad. I had it worse. Is it that bad? Oh, well. Don't old men look like that way? I think it's just me. I like to shave every 5 days, or it's so boring shaving. I can't shave every day. Every 5 days or so. Or when it's disturbing, when it's scratching here, itching there. Yeah. Okay. Camping out. Fed up shot. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Grease traps. I don't like grease traps. This might be colourful. Sometimes a grease trap, you're opening the lid and it's green, it's red, there's a mushroom, there's fat. But I don't need filling a grease trap every day. I like I like the Frank special on the Drain Addict. Okay. What's my opinion on wet wipes? What do you think, Matt? What do you think my opinion is on wet wipes? Actually, I haven't, in the last couple of weeks, I haven't had wet wipes so much. No. Thinking about it, perhaps they do watch my videos, but it's not going to stop. Snow leopard, 2:30 in the morning. Is it in the morning? Yes, it's in the morning. Winter fur. Good morning. Winter fur. Yeah, it's keeping warm. I don't like it that much. It's just boring shaving it away. Was macht deine Nase? That was an insider. Our Javas don't have sense for humor. Always fun watching things go per shade. Okay. Hello, Phil. I do have a special kind of humor, don't I? Sarcastic. I've got my black humor. I've got that from England. My child has a problem with my can't get the word, but you know what I mean. He's got a problem with that. Yeah, that's me. That's me. People don't like me. Perhaps they like me more after 6 months or so, knowing me. But it's not seldom that in the first couple of months or weeks, days, they don't like me so much. I know that. Yeah. Jacoda, what happened to my arm? I don't want to go into it so much. Something happened that badly that it got cut here. You won't see it. It cut here and had 6 stitches. It's actually nothing. Had no pain, nothing. I just had it to be stitched to keep it closed. That's all. Dark basement, all course, kilo. Oh yeah, my tomato basement with the sewage. That was a thing. Yeah, that must have smelled it. That basement must have filled up over a week, and they didn't smell it. When did they phone up? They phoned me up on Mother's Day at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I've got no plans other to go to my mum. Yeah, and that's what was annoying for me. Mary, hello. I'm not old, no. Everyone is as old as he feels. There are days where I feel myself getting old, or I was quicker, or you see younger people. Then, if you see a child or so, if you're talking about things that happened years ago, I don't feel myself that old. But I'm noticing myself getting slower. I'm not so quick to the van anymore. I'm walking slower to the van, but I do manage well. Prübemann, alles gut. Thank you. Wet wife, horrible. I don't know how the wet wipes, I don't know how that started actually. Had it got something to do with COVID? We in Germany, I don't know how it was in England. In Germany, from one day to the other, over 2-3 days, you couldn't buy toilet paper. They was sold out. They didn't deliver. They couldn't get deliver. Whatever. Toilet paper was gone in Germany. I don't know how it was in England. Is that the reason why we have so many wet wipes? I have no idea. I only know it started, and then it went up even more and more and more. No idea how it came. Yeah, of course, never should be invented. I don't know what they're for. I suppose you've got cosmetic. I don't know if they're called cosmetic wipes. I suppose not. What women use to clean their skin from their pastry. No, it's not called pastry, is it? You know, what's it called? Eyelash and whatever. I know you got these pads as well. Remember them, but wet wipes, I don't know. Since when they're there. Uh, no, I didn't. Did I ever have to vomit during work? No, there was a situation where it was rather bad with the smell. I've talked about that last time. This is a topic not to be really discussed on YouTube because of the words. But there was a lot of blood involved, and that tends to smell so heavily that you don't get it out of the nose. And that's this one photo I have where I've got a mask on and everything, and it worked out. And this video, I had a video on it. I've deleted on YouTube. I think it's video 78, but it's deleted. Most people get used to the smell. Yeah, it's like just having a good poop. When you're on your own, you don't smell it after a while. You only notice it when your wife comes in and says it's smelling. So you get used to the smell, I'm trying to say. But with this, what I've just told you about this blood stuff, no. It's nothing I could do. It's not my kind of job. Balthasar, guten Morgen. Right then. Couldn't feel old. Angry. Yeah. Everyone is old. Everyone is as old as he feels like. That's the main thing. We have to be happy, or I think we're happy having no pain with the backbone or with your leg or with elbows, things like that. Yes, my child also had wet wipes, but were there wet wipes? Well, we had them in the 90s as well, but just throwing in a toilet. Yeah, my child had them as well. So no, not my child had them. We used them for the child, right? To change the diapers or whatever. Uh, what is the most important task for a master craftsman to help build a successful? No idea. See, Den Haag has 4 back surgeries. No one wants to have a surgery in the backbone. Yeah. Yeah, makeup. Oh, thank you. So you got wipes for makeup and you got wipes for other stuff. Yeah, it didn't come on the word makeup. Yeah, things happened. That's what I said with stumbling. I know the word, but it doesn't come to mind. Someone's got the 50k coffee pot. Thomas M. Okay, Hanover. Any English here having the coffee pot from me? Did I send anyone? Is there someone in the chat who's got my coffee pot? That's the question. Big delay on the chat. Have I such a big delay? Have I such? Or just do it this way. Have I such a big delay? That's a pity. That's a pity with your back. That's yeah, and no one can help you. I've only got old people here or what? The other one had a heart attack? What? Yeah, we're all getting old. I haven't had a heart attack yet. I don't want to have a heart attack. You're lucky not to have one. Who wants a heart attack? Billy Juice. Moyen. Okay. Carson. Yeah, we both sit in the same boat. Of course we do. We're all getting old. And both getting old age pensioners soon in 2 years or 3. Don't know yet. I have to see. I'm about to go to the what they call where you get your money from when you're retiring. I have to go to that place. I haven't started yet. I don't know what they called. Never bothered. Hope. Oh, well, yeah, I'm fine, thank you. So is there no one having, just one person having my pot of coffee? Just a second. Where is it? It's a similar pot, not the original. Has no one got this pot? I sent it to people as I got my 50k a couple of years ago now. Yeah. Okay, I've got post pigeon here. Post pigeon carrier. Courier. Okay, that's the thing with the live stream, right? So I'm answering a question, and then have to go back because someone's coming later, which isn't a problem as such. I grew up in England, that's why, and I was 6 and went back to Germany with 13. That means that's the time where you learn the most stuff, I suppose. That's why children go to school, to learn stuff in their younger age. Yeah. So, snow leopard. The thing is now, you're not in Germany, I suppose. You're not in Europe, EU. You're not in the European Union. The thing is now, even if I would like to send a pot or a mug to England, we would be having difficulties. As I got the 50k, it wasn't that I just couldn't. I could send them. I've got a couple of people having it in England. So if you're lucky enough to be here somewhere in the European Union, I could, not that I could, but you could get yourself one made and it would be sent to you. I could send you the description. I don't know which video it is. There's an email to Mike, and Mike would do you one and send it to you. Uh-huh. Okay. Shock Jack on the radio. They're still available. It's not that I had 50,000 made or so. They're made per hand, and you see that in the video how it's been done. That's Mike. Mike has a copy shop, and that's why I got them. They're not that dear, about, I don't know now, 18 euros. But the thing is, if I would have, like I said, if I would have to send it to England or so, or US, I know that one cup came in New Zealand. It did get delivered. I tried 2 times to Austria. Once didn't come. The one cup didn't come. I'd sent 2 times to Australia. both didn't arrive. And sending some to Australia isn't cheap. That costs. So I tried. I think I prefer the best is living in the European Union. You may have a chance of getting that cup. I don't know which look for copy box. I think you can have it find it in my main page community. Go in the community, and I think there you find the mugs. There's a link to that copy shop in there. Kitchen paper, Kleenex. No, even Kleenex don't belong in the lavatory. They don't solve. They don't break. Toilet only do it easy. Just toilet paper, poop, water. The only three things which belong in the toilet. It's not that sheet of paper. It's how many of these paper sheets are in the drain. It's not the one sheet will do it, but you know. And if you have a house and it has 30, 40 meters up to the street, the chance of blocking your drain is higher than having only 10 meters, obviously. Canada. Canada, I don't know. Because of the customs. I know we have a problem now with England and the customs because of Brexit. I know that Canada has a deal with European Union. I don't know how it works with the customs. If that's easy, it's not the same as being in France or so. I have no idea. And even then, getting this cup, you know, it would be a pity. I'm not doing it for free, right? So I've just got my friend. He's got a copy shop. He does the mug, 20 euros. I don't know how Canadian dollars that would be. We send it, and then we have no idea if it would make it or not. And if you get it, it's probably broken, and that would be no. We could try it though. Racing Preacher Korea. We being on a septic system, no paper at all. Yeah, as less paper. What should I say? As less paper is in the line, the less dangerous it could be. A pipe, once laid, is roughly 1 meter long. I don't know. Maybe 1.5 meters. So you have 40 meters with 10 pipes stuck together. If it's new, wunderbar. After years, the earth moves. Earth is always moving, right? And these pipe junctions, they're stressed. They could break, bit, a root goes through, and you've lost your roots in a drain. What I'm trying to say is there's no kind of drain which would hold 100 years. And even so, it wouldn't bother me. I'm 60. I'm not going to get 160. But that's why lines break. And broken lines are mostly because they're already 60 years old. Clay pipes, in my opinion, are the best. I like them. They're like Teflon pans. Nothing sticks to them. I don't like plastic that much. It's just cheaper. Yeah. Well, 3 meters. Yeah. How deep are your drains usually? So what I didn't know that England has it over time round about 5 degrees warmer than we have it in Germany. Therefore, they've got their drains outside of their houses. You may have that in Australia as well. Australia has normally nothing under 0 degrees. If so, then you have to go up on a hilltop in winter. But normally it's chilly. You may have 3 degrees minus, and that was it for a winter. But not in Germany. In Germany, we could have frost. We had the last frost I remember was 98, 99, 97. 2 years, from one to the other year, 2 years in a row. And we had up to minus 20. That wasn't the minus 20 for a night. We had, over a period of time, a week or longer, minus 10, 15, up to 20. And this frost goes into the earth, and it grows into the earth, and so on. And it may go 1 meter deep. You have that every decade or every 2 decades, but it can happen. So therefore, all our water supplies and so on are mostly 1 meter 60, right? So nothing can freeze. Sweden is here as well. I don't know how deep they dig for their pipes. That's cold up there. So that's right. We do have about 2 to 3 meters. 3 meters is it's rather deep, not necessary. Yeah, we do have 3 meters, but it's seldom. You don't have issues with customs. Why? Okay, I know that we have issues. Why is it so difficult in England to send something to Germany and backwards? They've got so much paperwork during to Brexit. Of course, I have to write there's a mug in there. I can't tell you. Like I said, we could try it, no problem. 20 euros, yes, but the postage to Canada would be expensive, and I don't know what that would cost. I suppose another 10 or so. I don't know. I haven't got it in mind. Right? So I have to see. Give me a note. I won't find it here. Give me a note on the video film so I can contact you somehow. Or write me an email. Email is on the back side of my main site. Yeah, well, hello to Sweden. I think it's Sweden. How do I think about this Japanese high technical toilet bowls? Go away, I don't need them. What for? How could I manage? How could I get that old not having one of these? I don't need them. I mean, you know, who needs Bentley? Who needs expensive? I don't need them. Gavin, 4 meters below ground, they can be laid. Of course, they can be laid, but we would be surprised if you have drains 4 meters below. And the only thing I know from Australia is it's just under the grass that much. That's that's the drains I know. I've never seen a deep drain in Australia, not in any film. So, got a lot of digging to do if you have 4 meters. Why should you do that? 4 meters. Okay. Perhaps you can answer that. Canada has a minimum from 125. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know you live in Canada, Leopold. So, no. 730 Australian dollars to ship a laptop to Australia. Ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. Australia, Cobra Nozzles has a German nozzle being sold in their shop. Isn't that ridiculous? And Europeans are buying a German nozzle in Australia. Crazy world. Oh, you mean the diameter? I'm talking about the depth. Yeah, well, 400, of course. No, I'm talking about the deep. How deep the drains come usually. 0.4. Okay, didn't see the point. Yeah, see, the other guy read it. 4 meters below. You like my tapete? Den Haag. Yeah, 4 meters deep in Holland. That'd be the imagination. No, I can't imagine it, but you should be able to. It's not everything underwater there, is there? I have no idea, actually. I've only been once in Amsterdam, and that was it. And that's years back. Yeah. Okay. How large is campus radius? Yeah. Camping is just a normal. We actually just a normal plumber heating, plumbing, build baths and stuff like that. So he wants to know how far we drive out of Berlin. Well, the farthest I went away was Frankfurt an der Oder. That was a day's job. The thing is, nowadays hours are so expensive that we are in the south of Berlin, located in the south of Berlin. So if I would drive 2 hours to the customer, and we don't build houses, we build a bath for a week or two, and that's it somehow, right? So we don't have huge building estates where you have to build the whole estate. But if the customer is willing to pay, yeah, of course. I don't know. I've never been in further than an hour outwards from Berlin. That's the maximum. That's reasonable. Who's going to pay it? You know, is it? It's not that this person living outskirts of Berlin, an hour away, hasn't got a plumber there. But of course, if he has the money, he wants to have me there or something special. Yeah, of course we do that as well. But you should talk with the governor about that. Of course, it's called wallpaper, but someone wrote Tapete. Medikamenten Manfred. Der hat Tapete geschrieben. Tell us more about the Amsterdam trip. No, not what you think. I was in school, and if you're in school, I don't know how it is over abroad. In school, you may have a class holiday trip somewhere, and we're talking from West Berlin times, so 70s. We went to Amsterdam for a week. I think it was a week. Don't remember. It's very long time ago. I don't know where Severingen is. I have no idea, Den Haag. It's not my place. Okay. Ramos, Hannah's doing well. Monday I'm on work again. and guten Morgen. Okay. What time is it? past. I would like to smoke a cigarette on my balcony. My coffee is getting cold. Force Gaming, coming too late. I want to smoke a cigarette. You're not too late. You can stay. But I would say I'm not doing this longer than a 3/4 of an hour. Yeah, a couple of minutes after 10. So is it okay with you guys if I can take a smoke? I hope so. It doesn't take too long. Do I get answers? Smoke break. That's what I'm saying. Okay, smoke break. Okay. Small smoke break. Put the camera back there so you have something to see. There you go. There. Boom, 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 boom. Cigarette. Where are my cigarettes? Cigarette. What's the temperature in your place? I think we've got it plus 5 degrees or so. So just about freezing point, a bit higher than freezing point. I can't see you now, I'm just talking to the microphone. About time that the spring is coming up. Do you actually, when I upload a video, or my videos generally, do you read all subtitles, or don't you care so much? It takes me hours to do the English subtitles. Then, how old are you? Roundabout. I just want to know how old my subscribers are. I know I've got a couple of 18-year-olds. I know I've got a couple of women there. I think you're about 35 to 45. I've got some retired plumbers. I know that. And why do you watch? Why are you interested? Are you interested to see how a block drain is done, or why are you fixed on the channel? I'm just curious. I've got 2 governors, 2 bosses, and both of them don't understand how I got so many subscribers, why they're watching. For us, it's a daily job. So why do you watch this stuff? Do you read the subtitles? Is there something particular to my channel? Yeah, a couple of questions I have. I hope the microphone works. I'm on the balcony. Can you tell me if the microphone works? Looks a bit dumb being on a balcony alone and talking English in Germany. They must think I'm a bit stupid if it doesn't work. I would suggest you do yourself a coffee, a new one, or a tea. I'll make a new cup of coffee, and then I come back and show you my ugly face for half an hour, if that's all right with you. So cigarettes out. Dum, 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 dum. Boil the water. Hello. You're 80 years old and the microphone still works. That's good. 80 years. Were you an old plumber or are you just bored? Donna, 61. You're a craftsman too, okay. Okay. I have to school up now. Can I school up? Yeah. Watching your content probably because of the company. Okay. Golf path. Okay. Drain blockers. Yes, I watch the drain blockers as well. Not so much. The thing with the drain blockers is that I don't want to moan. They unblock and that's it, and they go. I would like to see how they really go to the root of the problem, as such. Mostly they're just unlock. You have your poop running away, which is nice to see once in a while, but not every video. It's more or less the same, let's say it this way. But okay, they do what they want. I'm not moaning. They're successful. Sexful. Well, you know what I mean. Oh, okay. Did he? Yeah, Ollie has a huge distance. I think everyone who's into it knows Ollie. Andreas, 70 plus, boah. 65. So, I know it's getting younger. 26, 27, 25. Give me your pillow. It's a nice pillow. Yeah, had to buy it. Saw it and had to buy it. Microphone. What's about the microphone? Wasn't it that good on the balcony? But it did work, did it? Okay, scroll down again. Yeah, the drainer blockers, they're probably fine guys. The thing I have with the drainer blockers, I have to go to the kitchen to fill my mug. The thing I have with the drainer blockers, they're probably all nice guys, right? They have a slang. I don't necessarily. Okay, I've got bad ears. My hearing is not that well anymore, but it hasn't got so much to do with the job. It's more I don't know. I think I've got it from my mum. Then we had the discotheques in the 80s, and what I do like, I could call myself a firework addict. I'm getting calmer though. I don't need it so much, but not so long ago, fireworks was the big thing, loud ones, of course, and I don't know why I've damaged my ears. On work, probably as well. The motor isn't very quiet, it's more noisy. Well, what I'm trying to say is that 3, 2, 1, and I'm there. I should be there. It's lacking again. I don't understand them so well. They've got this Liverpool slang accent. Hard to get sometimes. Yeah. Liverpool and Manchester United. Okay. Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool. Klopp's not there anymore. So that was somewhat cool watching Klopp in Liverpool, I must admit. And Klopp, we say Kloppo. Klopp is one of these managers. They have it, right? I don't know if he's going to do our national team one day. Have to see. We're not doing bad now after 14 years of absence. Let's see. But I think that's normal having a world title that the football, the Germans, national team, that falls together and then you're out of the window for 10 or 14 years. I think that's normal. I don't know if that's a new van that Ollie has. I think it's a second van, just for in case. I don't know. It doesn't look that new, and it's not old. I've seen the new van. I don't know. I can't tell you. I think he's self-employed. I don't watch so much Italian football. They're not bad, of course. That's Europe. They got their teams. You got the Dutch, right? You always got these teams where you like to play with. Germany, England. That's going to be always a football match I have to see. Everyone knows why. Um, I have to look about that. Who's your favourite enemy? Not enemy is the wrong word. You know what I mean. Who's the favourite you want to play to? Is it Germany? Is it? And I can't play against my own team. Is it England? But these are the main national teams: Italian, France, England, and the Germans, of course. Brighton all the way. Cristiano Ramos. So you've got How to Be a C as a logo, but you're not in Germany. Where are you? I saw you a couple of times commenting, but I think you're not in Germany. You're over abroad somewhere. And if so, I suppose you're a Berlin guy living somewhere else. Tell me something about you. So just I understand. Okay. So I've got an 80-year-old. I can't get my mind about it. 80-year-old. That's cool. Who was that again? I have to scroll up, see if I find him. 80. Anna. Oh, it's a woman. Sorry. Okay. How come that an old 80-year-old woman watches this? I know there's another one that's the Dorit. Dorit is coming from Austria. She's 80 as well. English is not that good, but she's trying hard. Yeah. You're from Mexico, but you lived in Berlin, or you are a Berliner, or how come that you got a Berlin logo? I think it's called logo, isn't it? Picture. He's got a logo from the Berlin Hertha BSC football club. That be the former West Berlin football club, the main one. How come, Christian, that you have the Hertha BSC logo? I'd like to know that. Now, come on, ask some questions here. You're just not here to hear me speak English, I hope. No, it's not. England. Okay. And how come, Anne, that you, is it Anna or Anne? I think it's called Anne, isn't it? How come that you watch me, the German guy from Overbroad? You know, as far as I know, the Brits are not so. Not every Brit is open-minded, but there are a lot of Brits open-minded. You know, it's this way, right? But how come? I just wanted to know how you come to my channel. You have a tattoo? So how, Christian, how come that you're watching, you have a tattoo from How to Be a Sea, I guess. How come? Andre, Russia. Ah, yeah. Andre. I remember. Oh God. Okay. We had the luck of working for the Russian embassy in West Berlin. That's nearby Brandenburg Gate. And that's why I got this guy here, Andre. Yeah. I hope you're well. Yeah. Yes, and now with things happening, we seem not to be working for the embassy anymore. I don't know why. It's not that I want to talk about it now on the channel. But hello, Andre. I even had a video from the embassy outwards. That was the nighttime video. Yeah. There aren't many possibilities in Germany for the daily life to use English language. That's not incorrect. I do once in a while have surprisingly a British customer, or the wife is British, the husband is British, whatever. And then I like to speaking English, surprising the customer and so on. But they actually want to learn German, obviously living in Germany. Yeah. No, it's not that often. That's right. I would say 2 times a year or so that I've got someone who speaks English. It could be American old soldier or something. I had that as well. Um, any apprentices actually join the firm? Um, yes. The- What do you mean with join? Do you mean after the apprenticeship? Um, yes, if the you see, if you're 16, 17 and want to learn a job, you're 16 and 17, you're not into working that much. I can only talk from my part. Working as such for me was from the mind. From the mind, you have to work, you have to do this. On this work you're doing, your name is written on it. Mind, from the mind. So I learned to work, or I was old enough to work with 25, 27. And up to then, for me, was Friday, 2 o'clock, weekend party, and so on. So apprenticeship is always, they're not different than going to school. You go into school, and what you learn, and what you forget. So it's every day that you have to start from the beginning, more or less. You have the one person who learns well, the other person who takes long. Matteo is a guy who, he's an apprentice. He started with, I must tell a lie, I think 16. And 16 is more or less too young. What do you expect from a 16-year-old? Now he's just got 18. Matteo has his Prüfung. What's the word for Prüfung? Vivian, was heißt Prüfung auf Englisch? In a half a year or so, he would have his apprentices behind himself, and then we have to decide is good enough to stay, or do we wish him good luck for further years in other firm. It could also happen that you do your apprenticeship by Kempinger, leave the firm, exam. Thank you. So he's got his exam in a half a year. Then he's a plumber's craftsman. Actually, he can call himself a plumber. And just depends. Nowadays, you don't get any craftsmen anymore. It's so hard to find people, good people. From my point of view, not that it shouldn't have a chance, but if I would employ someone, I would think they should be about 28, old enough to know what they're doing, willing to do, perhaps make extra money. That means call out jobs on a weekend, nighttime, and so on. And that's the main thing. No one wants to do over hours. Everyone wants to work an hour a month and have, I don't know, £4,000 for doing nothing. They want money for nothing. Coming back to Dire Straits, they want money for nothing nowadays. I've got this feeling they want to don't want to do anything, just want to have money for nothing, more or less. Right? So I'm here working day and night. I'm doing my videos. I've got my money, obviously, but I'm doing something for it. That's what I'm trying to say. So maybe a good thing if Matteo would leave us, go to another firm, look around and come back in 5 years. Matteo is someone I think I would count on, as such as he takes it in his hands. Now he doesn't know what to take in his hands, but if I tell him do that, he does it. But he's not thinking alone, he's not having the idea what to do next, and so on and so forth. But he's willing, and if it's dirty, it's dirty, right? So he doesn't wear gloves all day. Like, I can only say from my point of view, I grew up not wearing gloves. We had gloves, thick gloves, but more or less we did everything without gloves. Nowadays they can't even put on their pants without gloves. That's what I've got a problem with. Okay. Christian, your videos come up because I watched Ollie, but I like your channels more. Half a fan of because they're the greatest team in the world. Okay. Like so Christian comes from Mexico and has Berlin How to Be a City second league football club as a tattoo somewhere. I don't know where. Switzerland is there. Okay, Eagle. Weiß ich nicht. Is the I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know where the exam takes place. I can tell you that Kempinger is in Mariendorf. I don't know. I can't tell you. I have no idea. I'm out. Right? Sorry, can't answer that. You could ask me again, and I would ask the next couple of days or weeks. I'll come back to you, but you should write a comment somehow so I can find you again. Yeah. A politician earns more. I don't want to swap. I think a lot of people just think a politician is an easy job. I don't want to swap. Did you vote? AR, did you go voting? I'm just asking, did you vote? Left arm, why left? Oh, because of the heart? if someone moans about the politicians, I always ask them if they did go voting. If you don't vote, don't moan. As easy as that. But I don't want to go into politics now. Maximum bar you can use in the same... no. Okay, Phil. Finally, a question. No, Phil. The Brits, Great Britain, as far as I know, like the drain unblockers. I know in Holland... So my Jetta comes from Holland. That's where the firm is placed, right? The Brits, I think they use 200 and 300, the drain unblockers. I must lie, I don't know. I think they're up 300 bars or so, 250 bars, 4,000 psi, 4,500. I have only got 130 bars. That would be, what's that? 1,850 psi. I've got 1,850 psi using up to 60 liters of water. Have to look it up. I think 3.5 liters is 1 gallon. I have to look it up. Well, anyways, we in Germany usually use less pressure, more water flow per minute. And that's how it goes. You have less water, more pressure, less water, more pressure. You can have so much pressure, but you need water. You need water to flush the dirt over 60 meters, 80 meters, 100 meters. We have private streets here going 100 meters. And if this is half full of sand or whatever, I have to flush it through. I don't need pressure for that. In Australia, you have the problem, often more or less every day, that you've got roots in the drains, and therefore you need pressure to cut these roots. Cutting is actually the wrong word, but to cut roots you need a lot of pressure. So just wanted to say, the maximum I've got is 130 bars, 1850 psi, but 60 liters. I usually always use the 1850, but not so much pressure. Oregon is there. Okay. I didn't notice. I know that the thing is, look here, the thing is, every channel has the same problem, more or less. I've got so much viewers, but so much subscribers. And it's not always a new person watching, it's the same person. I see it that the same person is watching. So why not subscribe? I don't earn money with more subscriptions. No one earns money with subscriptions. Subscriptions is more or less, for me, the appreciation on your behalf that you're watching me. I see the clicks, right? But if you have a subscription, there's someone liking the channel. And then I have more click rates. YouTube pushes me a bit. And that's why we're talking about, it's now with Penetrator, it's an hour ago. He's working like berserk. I think 3-4 years now. And he's somewhat, he can't do anything. He could do videos, but then it stops. He's, I think he's got 50,000 subscriptions, and since 3 years, for other way around, 2-3 years ago, he had 45,000 subscriptions, and only the last 2 years, he only had 5,000 subscriptions. How come? How come that we have YouTube channels which explode, subscribers, it doesn't cost anything for a viewer to subscribe. So you would do me a favor to subscribe to the Penetrator. what I would like to have is see my 100,000. That's right. No, I need that as well. I need to see success. You know, if you're standing on the same point month for month for month, then you're not getting further. You need to get further just to see. So what I'm trying to say, I don't want to beg or anything. I'm just saying, you know, I've got a lot of viewers who have not subscribed. Be cool if you subscribed. More I can't do. On the other hand, I won't say it doesn't bother me, but on the other hand, life goes on, and if you don't subscribe, you don't subscribe. Right? I've got a notification. I'm doing a live stream. Now I've got this notification doing a live stream. 2 hours later. That's cool. Christina used to live in Germany, okay. And subscribed as well. Then you have to water. First they install big pipes, then you have to save water, resolve problems. Well, yeah, well, what's a big pipe, Vivian? Of course, we have to save the water. It's drinking water. We flush drinking water. That's the main issue, right? And we have to save the drinking water. Therefore, we're going up to we're reducing the pipes. We had 100 mil. Now we're going to 90 mil. And the reason is if the pipe's only that big, it doesn't matter what's diameter. But if the pipe's that big, we need so much water flow to push the poop. If the pipe's too big, the water goes left and right at the poop stays there, wet wipes and so on. But the pipe needs to be half full to shove the poop away, and that's the point. You know, you can't just build a pipe with 1 meter diameter and just have a 60 liter tub. It doesn't work, won't work long. Okay. How optimistic for the future? In which sense? In which sense do you mean that? I don't want to talk about politics. As everyone should have seen by now, there was a rather big disappointment over office yesterday. I don't know. That was crazy yesterday. But that's all I'm going to say about it. You're Christina, 42 years away. 32. Okay. Are you missing us? When was the last time you were home again? Christian, 22. Yeah. 20. I think so. You're 2 years online here. Yeah. Tribune Ma. Hello together. Penetrator is also a good plumber and shows the job from beginning to the end. That's what I'm talking about, right? He's into it. He's got a problem and goes into the problem. You can't, mostly you get the problem solved, but things happen and you may have to come a second time. But you see over the video, he goes through different problems, not always the same. It's not just he opens a manhole, jets it, the shit goes through, and that's it, right? And he may flush a pipe or so over there. No, you see, he goes into the problem, and that's why I'm surprised he's not getting pushed or having lack subscriber clicks. I don't know how to call it. From Brian, yeah, reaction video. You saw the reaction video? There's a German guy who did a reaction video a fortnight ago over my cake poop, or the poop cake. Yeah. It wasn't, by the way, not the first reaction. I think it's the third. From Brian, it was the first reaction, but there are two reaction, not real reaction videos, just commenting. Yeah. I saw the video from Brian. Okay. How common are left stations? What? How common are left stations? They seem like a maintenance headache. Lift stations. Oh, I need glasses. Oh, I need glasses. Lifting stations. Okay. How common they are. Okay. So, if you've got a house, you've got a basement, and you wish to have a toilet or any other objects down there in the basement who have sewer water, grey water, whatever water, you have to get rid of it in the basement. Normally, so if you have a basement in Berlin, you're normally about 4 meters deeper than the street is itself. You've got the main pipe from the street, which is, I don't know, 3 meters deep. And this main pipe has its connections from the houses. What happens if you have a heavy storm water, or the mains are blocked outside? The water comes back, goes back in the house, and would press the whole of the sewer in this bathroom you have in the basement. So what they do, you want to protect yourself. What you do in the basement, you have the lifting system, and that's nothing than a bucket, let's say a bucket with a pump. And all your sewer goes in the pump, the bucket fills itself, the pump goes on and pumps it over a pipe, over the height of the pavement, and goes back in a normal flow like the house is. The thing is, if you have the backlog, the street would flood. Normally the street would overflow. Normally you would have the street full of shit, which doesn't happen so often, but it does happen, right? So you have to protect yourself till up to the pavement, there where the shit would overflow and run down the street. And that's why you've got your, I don't know, it's not called bucket, but I'll call it a bucket. You've got your bucket, you've got your pumping pipe, like an exhaust on the car, pumping pipe, and it goes over in your house, over the pavement height. That's, we call it something like backflow height. I wouldn't know the right name for it, but you've got the backflow. That's the height. You can't get higher than the pavement or the street, so you have to go with your pump over, and then you're protected against backflow. You can do that, which I prefer is better. But then again, of course, you have to look out or watch yourself. What is going in this pump? These are made for shit, poop paper, and water. Washing machine, grey water, and stuff like that. And that's why I don't care so much. You put so many wet wipes in there as you will. You can do odor stones in there as you want to. I don't care. But this pump is that big. What's it going to tear away? It can't rip it off. It can't demolish them, right? And poop and paper goes through the pump, goes away, and that's it. And things happen, right? So having these lifting systems, that's the reason I'm having them. If you want a washing machine in the basement, or a bathtub, or a second bathroom in the basement, some people build a second a living room down there so that someone can move in, so that you can have something to rent, whatever, I don't know, but they're there. I don't they're not so bad. But then again, everything costs money. A proper lifting station costs about, if it's simple, 3,500. I would prefer having a station with 2 outside pumps, and then you're with 4,500. That's what I prefer. Then again, only if it's needed. If the pump breaks down, if you've got a house, your wife is there, and you've got 2 kids, they're going to go out in 15 years anyway. This lifting system may only have 1 pump. Problem, if this pump breaks down, which can happen after 10, 15, 20 years, then you're sitting there with the broken pump. Having 2 pumps, there's always 1 pump in function, so that you have time to repair or replace the first pump, right? Yeah, and then you have these cheap things. With my last video, no, it wasn't the last video, a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, I had a lifting system. That was a cheap lifting system. That's for having a lavatory placed anywhere in the house. After this lifting system, in the basement, after this lifting system manages to pump away 40, 50 meters. That means you can put your lavatory not in a bathroom, you can put it in the living room. All you need is water, right? So you can place the toilet where you want to. These cheap pumping systems, well, they're not nothing's cheap anymore. You know, for 5 years everything was cheap. Not even then, but you know what I mean. I think the pumps cost now 800, 1,000 euros or so. If you just watch what you're doing, then nothing would happen. If you're watching your car, doing the maintenance, taking the right gasoline or whatever, nothing would happen. You have to. It's like everything else in life. You have to watch out. You have to care of your stuff. That's the point. And a lot of people don't care. It works, and they don't. I'll just say something wrong. They don't care. If it works, it works, and if it doesn't, oh dear, I don't know why. Yeah. Christina, 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay. I just say it again for the people who are coming from the States or Canada. I'm doing another stream. I don't know when. Perhaps next week, in a fortnight. I don't know. A stream only for the not only, but from the time to America. I'm going to notify you. It's going to Washington so that the Canadians can watch, the Americans can watch. This stream today is only more or less for the English and Australians, because they have it now 2000 in the evening, I think. Is that right? 19, 20? Yeah. Just that you know, I'm doing a second stream to more or less a better time for Americans. Container Carsten. Everyone ignores me. Next, please. What? Why should we ignore you? I'm not ignoring you. I'm just asking you if you voted or not. Okay, Matthias. Okay, yeah, I do once in a while videos on train station, underground, Berlin Underground. Yeah, that's something, I reckon so. That's things that you don't see so much. That's German Berlin Special, my YouTube channel. You know, I can show how a train station looks like from underneath where you don't come to. Okay. Christina. Okay. I'm a German. I'm a German who grew up in England. Ground level. Vivian, I don't know. Ground level, something else, isn't it? Ground level would be the floor from a basement. Ground floor, something like that. Backflow level, I don't know. Just a second, I have to look this up. In German, it's called Rückstauebene. Rückstauebene. do that in English, I suppose. Backflow level. Easy word. Why didn't I say it? So what I'm talking about is the backflow level from the lifting system. Okay. Now we got that. Go back to the chat. I've lost myself. How do I get back to the chat? I found myself. Okay. Okay. I got it. New Zealanders there. Hello. About time. Bit late. I started 2 hours ago. 9:10. Okay. Okay. So Christian, I don't know how it's pronounced. Christian Ramos. Being a plumber is a way above the engineering. Depends. I don't know. Has it got to do something with the age or something? Is it some people go into the problem and some just do the job and go? I don't know. I'm going mostly into the problem. That's the way I am. So Christina is an English learning German. Okay. I did a German live stream. You have to check it out. You have to look live on my videos. You see live. I still have the uploaded German version. I'm just saying. Any plans for the jungle camp? Oh dear. No, they haven't invited me yet. I don't think I would like to go there as well. Christian, God. Ramos, I say it again. I'm doing a second English stream in a couple of weeks, in a fortnight. It should be better your time then. I'll give notification. Retention level, damming level, or something like that. Yeah, backflow level. The height of the street is the backflow level. At that moment, the lid would overflow and it would go down the street. It can't get higher than that. Well, if not, the district is flooded. But under normal circumstances, it shouldn't get higher than that. And that's what we call the backflow level. That's the one thing which saves you because it's over the backflow level. And then we have a valve here. So when the pump goes on, the valve goes on. And the moment the pump stops because the bucket is empty, the valve shuts. So you have two things that save you from flooding your basement, uncontrollated. Yeah? That's the main thing. It must be terrible just seeing how your basement is flooding away and you can't do anything. Ja, Kackerdusche. Danke, Lopa. What's my favorite beer? Our local in Berlin. Kindle Jubiläumsbier, we call it. I haven't got it here. Yeah. Usually, I don't drink so much beer. What I do, okay, Ramos, you're the right person to ask. What I do is watch my local football club, which is how to be a steer, and therefore I go to we call it pizza restaurant. It's around the corner. I've been there 40 years or so. So I eat my meal, and I have since years my 3-4 hours where it's my time. I've got my spare time going to the pizzeria, eating my meal, drinking my beer. That's the only reason not the reason, that's the only time I actually drink beer. If it's not 40 degrees outside in the summertime, I might drink a pint or more, but normally I don't drink that much. If I would guess, I would have to say we've got 52 weeks times 200, about 150 litre beer in a year. Is that right? 150 litres beer in a year? It's not that much if you think about it. You should drink 2 litres a day, which I do, but mostly coffee and water. Maybe a swimming challenge instead of a jungle camp? Look who's talking. I think you can't smell anything just now. Right. Uberamergau, that's on the other end. That's down below Bavaria, I think. Brisbane. 1915, Brisbane. Boah. My stepfather was born 1926, so I can just imagine how old you are. No, what? You can't be. My mum is. No, that can't be right. And what do you mean with 1915 in Brisbane? What do you mean? You're not born there. It can't be. Be 110. Of course, cold beer. What do you think? Or you have a cold. You can't sleep. Then you might drink a warm beer. You could sleep very well with warm beer. I'm just saying things that you don't have to know. The third that saves your basement from being flooded is probably you. No, I'm not the third party who saves you from flooding. Actually, I can't do anything. If that's the case, that I recognise that the street is blocked, I have to call out in Berlin. I have to call out the water. It's not called water brigade. The county, the council, the water council. So I'm not allowed to do that. I'm only allowed to do till the property ends, and there's the house connection. On the property, there's always the house connection. There, where the water council workers stopped working, and the plumber started to do the house. Brieftraumkurier. No, luckily I didn't film this. It wasn't a must. No, I was working on the van and something happened. No reason to be excited. The people who should know. I drink a lot of coffee. I actually only drink coffee. Oh, yeah, I've heard about that fish. Ja, also eine Scheiße kannst du echt nur wissen, ey. No, I've heard about this fish. She's just writing. If it doesn't, if it's not useful going to jungle camp, we've got this Swedish. Is it a Swedish fish? Yes, this Swedish fish. It's, I don't know. You can eat it, but it's actually rotten. I would say it's rotten. It smells filthy. I think if you have a cold, your nose would be clear afterwards. Yeah, Bayern, Bavaria. Okay. Heikoland, guten Morgen. Heiko, tu mir einen Gefallen und schreib mich bitte mit C. Carsten mit C. Please. I'm just saying. 30 Minuten nur vom Garmisch. Okay. I was Garmisch before. It's years back, but I've been there. Just a second. Hot wine? Glühwein. Glühwein, yeah, on a Christmas, what's it called? Christmas market? Glühwein, yeah. But that's changed over the years. Back in the days, everything was different. It somehow tastes different, better. I can't tell you. They're doing always new stuff in there, or doing it thinner. It's Nutella. Nutella is not that what it was. I remember being Nutella, being that Nutella was chocolate. Now they've got what are they called in there? This oil stuff. What's it called? Palm oil. They've got palm oil in the Nutella. It's not Nutella anymore. They're changing everything. Just saying. Yeah, Glühwein. I need glasses. Yeah, I know. Lopa. Blockage, clogged, things like that. He just wants to know some words for a blocked toilet. I usually write blocked. Why do I write blocked? Because of Ollie. Because he writes it down. I could write clogged. But that seems so awkward for me. I could write Lou that doesn't flow. I could write that as well. Grüße von der Abfluss GmbH. Leon, hi. Another company online here. My uncle. Oh, I have to school up. Sorry. When I scroll up, why doesn't it go up? My uncle went to Berlin and bought me a jersey, so that's pretty much the story behind just a jersey. Yeah, well, better than nothing, isn't it? But nowadays you could buy that on eBay. Okay. Carsten. Yeah, Carsten like 10 cars, just on the other way around. Leon and Fox. Yeah. Any questions? Look, it's 10:30 our time. I'm doing this stuff now 2.5 years. It went pretty well. I hope you're all satisfied or very satisfied. Are there any questions? Tomorrow there's an uploaded video at 10 o'clock, like every time. German time, of course. Perhaps I may mention what's coming up tomorrow. Attic. I think it's the 5th floor again. Normally in Berlin we had 4-floor houses, and then we had an attic. And due to the house problems or living problems, like we have everywhere on Earth, in the main cities anyway, they started back in the 90s. They started to build out these attics to flats. And what they usually do is, if you have a 4-floor house, you have your lavatories here and so on. On the attic, no, it has to be different, it has to look well. So they put the toilet or the bathroom somewhere else. So you may have 10 meters of pipe going through the attic to the downpipe. Why they do it, I don't know. They did it. And of course, a laying pipe always tends to have lime scale, have a belly, whatever. Okay, now this guy called me up on a Saturday, telling me that in the night time, Saturday, a call out, an emergency call out, doesn't matter if it's Friday evening or Sunday. It's an emergency call out. Fridays we stop working about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and after that it's just over hours. So it doesn't matter if I come Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Sunday is a bit more expensive. Anyways, Friday evening there was a firm, and he had a blocked toilet, and they dismantled this lavatory with hidden screws where you stand in front of the toilet and don't know where the screws are. So they dismantled the screws, and he has a blocked pipe. The problem here, you may not know, normally if I have my down pipe, the toilet is just about a meter away. I don't know why. This toilet was 7 meters away, so that means I have more way for the poop. What they didn't do, so they had the toilet further away. And if I would, what everyone does, he goes on toilet and washes his hands. If the basin or a sink would be just behind the loo, connected to the loo, the poop would again get water. The shower just behind the loo would again get water, the shit would go away. But they didn't do that here. The next connection is, I think, 4 meters away or 5 meters. So we have a belly in the drain and a blockage, and he didn't notice the blockage. And if he noticed, it was too late. So I think this blockage was 4 or 5 weeks old or so, and had such a poop sausage. That means what I say with poop sausage is that you've got the blockage, the water drains away, then the next portion of poop comes, the next portion of poop comes, and the water drains away. Not draining, it seeps away, it goes away. So you have thick paper at that length. And he called a company. It's not normally like that, but it can happen, right? So he called a company, and they went with their snake in there, out there, in there, out there, in there, out there. It's like being on the seashore, grabbing with your hand in sand and taking it out again. The whole breaks together. So you can't get flow in a poop sausage. And that was the actual problem. So they tried it 2 hours or 3, and didn't work. And then they called me up on a Sunday at 9 or something, so that wasn't 10 there. And that's the video I'm showing tomorrow, how I managed it. And I can tell you I didn't take a snake. Neither did I take a jetta to get rid of the blockage. Sometimes I'm proud of myself. You know, other people try this and try that and try this and try that, and you come in 10 minutes and do it that way. It took longer than 10 minutes, but you know what I'm trying to say. For some people it's complicated, and I just happen to have the right idea or luck in doing so. Yeah, that's how it went well. So that's what I'm showing tomorrow. And that's it. That said, I hope you were all happy with the stream. I was. And I would now say we leave it at that. Is that okay for you? Time is now 19:24. Okay. It's gone. My mum phoned up. Mum. And she phoned up on the video tomorrow as well. With my mum, she's 88. She always rings you up when she gets up and when she goes to sleep. Right then. Baked pretzels. They're not called pretzels. They're called bretzels with B. But in your country, they're called pretzels. Yeah, if they're warm, they're nice. Holger, ein bisschen spät. Ich mache gerade Feierabend. Hab schon 2,5 Stunden. Are you single? I'm Luckily divorced. Luckily divorced? Not that I'm divorced. I go along with my ex-wife. I have no problems with my ex-wife, so I'm lucky to be divorced in a good manner, let's say it that way. When I was in Brighton, my uncle, used to take me to the international friendship. Okay, where's that? I only know the pier which is burnt down. Okay. It's not Vivian, what then? Huh. What does Kempinger do when I'm retired? Life goes on. It's always that way. There's always someone else going to do your job, or not. Lopa, weiß ich nicht. Matteo hat noch ein paar Jahre vor sich. I have to translate. I said it and I'll try it again. Matteo is a nice guy. For my part, I think he started too soon. He started with, I don't know, 16. It's just got 18. And if you start something too soon, it don't work out, you know. I think he needs a couple of years more. But I think he's going to make his way, definitely, right? He's a nice guy. Sometimes I have a quarrel with him. But that's between Matteo and me, there are 40 years difference, right? So I think that way, he thinks that way. I have to sometimes change my thinking, right? Do you mind the smell or no? It's not that bad with the smell. It's just no, it's not that bad. If it is terrible, I do mention it in a video. But mostly, no, it's not. It smells, but it's not that bad. Who's going to get my truck when I'm going to be retired? I have no idea. I don't even know if I'm retired. In Germany, you're allowed, if you're retired, to work partly longer. So that means I go for 2 days a week, work further on, till I'm not bothered anymore. I don't know if the van's going away or not. I have no idea. We haven't talked so much about it. We just lost 5 sentences, right? I even have not done my paperwork yet for the retirement. I have to start this year with the paperwork. All right, thank you. Happy days. Thank you all. Namisa, thank you all. Okay. Carsten, okay. Yeah. Nein, Matteo is a German. He does look a bit Spanish or Brazilian or whatever. No, he's through. He's a German. Okay. Now, liebe Leute, vielen Dank. It was very wunderbar mit euch, with you. And I would suggest to stop now. Have a nice weekend, and perhaps we'll see us tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe, and subscribe with Penetrator. Do me a favor. Okay, have a nice weekend. Till then, bye. How the fuck do I stop this? I leave you with my dog. There he is. And I'll take a smoke. Have a nice weekend. Till then.